We're stoked.
Yeah, we feel really great. Really, really great. Brian's from Chicago, so this has been kind of like a dream come true for our band to come up here and play.
We've been to Lollapalooza Paris.
Yeah.
We did that a couple weeks ago. Cool. And Brian came here a bunch growing up.
Yeah, I came to Lolla in high school like 2 or 3 times. So definitely super pumped to be playing. Feels surreal. We've traveled a lot since we started. We the first like 5 years, other than this past summer when we were making the record, we were doing around 250 shows a year. So we were just kind of like road dogging it. Kind of in the first 4 or 5 years we're in the van. Now it's so exciting to get back on the road because we're excited about this new music finally into the world, and so we're like super stoked to be able to sing these new songs, have this message that we feel like is important for the world right now. We just came out with a record about 2 months ago called Pep Talks, and I feel like that the record kind of exemplifies what our band has always kind of been about, and that is that no matter who you are, your story matters so much because you're a human, like you're here. And your story deserves love, and like you deserve love. But I think what we're trying to say with Pep Talks is like, no matter what your story is, your story doesn't define you. It kind of started in a painful story. Like I said, we were traveling a lot the last like 5 years, and these cool things were happening. But back home, my family back home in Cookeville, Tennessee, where I'm from, was just like shattering to pieces in like the most horrible way. Not really knowing what to do with that in the midst of traveling, and we're finishing a show and something else kind of happened back home. But in the midst of that, learning that my parents were humans too, and like everybody's just, they're going through their own version of life in their own way, and then when things on the outside were kind of looking good, you kind of learn to kind of look inward to be like, man, things aren't going great. I need to process this. And so a lot of the music kind of helped me voice those struggles, I think, in a way that I don't naturally talk about. And then at the end of the tunnel, it's like we wanted to make sure that hope was a part of the message too. Like, yes, this story was hard. This was a struggle of mine. This was my own version of hell. Everybody in the world is going through something, their own version of something, and it could look way worse. It could look a little better or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's all about perspective and choosing to hope and choosing to move forward. You definitely kind of can relive those moments. But I think that's the beauty of music, is it's like they're moments that are happening in real time that are just seasons, and then you come out from that season, but it can remind you of the way you felt in that moment. It's kind of nice singing it with other people though, because it feels like you kind of feel more understood. But at the end of our set, it's like all about hope and being stupid and, you know, having fun. And it's really wild what people are going through in life. People struggle, and whether or not they admit it, people are going through stuff. And I think that music is such a beautiful way for us to kind of express that. So I think what we like to kind of share is like, look, like you're not alone in this, like what you're going through, your thoughts, because, you know, it would be like, we had somebody the other day come up and say like, your song really helped me out. I was like wanting to commit suicide, and I listened to it and I didn't want to anymore. And I'm like, oh no, like, dude, it's okay that you're having those thoughts, but you like go and talk to someone, express like the way that you feel. It's someone that you trust. If you can go to counseling, whatever, but like talk to a friend, talk to a sibling, someone that you love and trust, and you can get those emotions out. And 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 in my experience is like that person is going to meet you with like so much empathy and like almost solidarity of like, no, this is what I'm going through too. I had this thought. And then you can just talk about it, and in that way you feel less alone in the world. Choosing hope and choosing to move forward is something that we all have the power to do. And so be powerful in that way.
What's up, y'all? This is B.O.B.
This is G-Eazy.
I'm Mo. This is Julia Michaels.
This is Logic. Make sure you subscribe to the Recording Academy channel. Flex.